Right. So I'm just going to tape you while I'm talking, even though I'm talking. But one of the things I like about writing in graffiti, and one of the things that are so important in writing in graffiti, is that graffiti is instantaneously understood by members of that particular crowd or society or culture. You either understand it or you don't. So, for example, there's a
red light, green light.
Right, exactly. Or a stop sign. You understand it?
Something.
Right. Or you see a picture of a stick figure of a man, and then there's another door, a stick figure of a woman. If you're part of that society, you understand it's a bathroom. Right. If you're a pygmy from the Aborigine, from one of the Papua New Guinea, you don't understand it. But that's because you're not part of that society. But so that's graffiti. There is no room for interpretation. So, for example, there's even
traffic lights
or verbal graffiti also.
Of course.
So, for example, there's Trump love Trump's hate. I didn't understand what the graffiti meant. It's something against Donald Trump. I just didn't understand what it meant. So finally, my daughter explained to me, "Oh no, it means that love trumps, that overrides hate." So the idea is against Donald Trump. There's no room for Perush Rashi there. Mm-hmm. Why did they say trumps with an S? There's some, there's no hidden meaning there. Mm-hmm. There is no interpretation. There is no reading. It's graffiti. Now this is so important for a crowd. Precisely because a crowd is there to engender the feeling of equality among the members of the crowd, it is important that the crowd symbol be graffiti. Because the minute you have a crowd symbol, be a text, for example, a text needs to be interpreted. Instantaneously, you're going to have a situation where different people will interpret perhaps a slightly different. One person will see a certain nuance and another person doesn't see. A brilliant person will have a deeper understanding of a text. You can't have a text as a crowd symbol. You need graffiti. Because everybody recognizes graffiti, we all feel equal. So you can be marching with Madonna and with who else? I don't know, the other movie actresses that they were going against Trump. And everybody feels equal. And that's an incredible feeling of the crowd of equality. Love trumps hate. Love trumps hate. So because you all understand it equally and you all have equal access to the graffiti, there's a complete feeling of unity. Or to use Rav Kook type language, the pras there's a complete, what's the word that they use?
Achdus?
No, there's complete achdus. But it baslus of the pras for the cloud.
They speak about in the room side.
Right.
The batlut of
the prat has to be misbasel for the cloud. For those of you who don't know, that the prat, the individual, has to be subsumed by the crowd. So they have this also, the idea of this is part of graffiti.
I heard last year, I think, because I go sometimes to the Luavichur, Beta Knesset here.
Yes.
So the rabbi is a good person, but not in
what are you going to do? He's Lubavitch.
Yeah. So he was saying something that even when you go to Olam Haba, you don't go to Olam Haba. He is the one who's
the Rebbe decides. The Rebbe decides. Right. So getting back now, Am Yisrael, we're the only crowd or nation that the national symbol is a text. Why is it so profound?
No, it's more important. It's a text, unvocalized text.
Unvocalized text. Why is it so profound? Because the text needs to be interpreted. You need to know how to read. You need to understand the meaning of words. You need to have studied. Right. You need to have studied.
Yes.
You need to be able to interact with the text, some sort of interpretation within the context of, obviously, of your particular Torah Shebe'al Peh. We have a Torah Shebe'al Peh, so it's not any interpretation goes.
More than this, if you would put a dagesh in the Bet of Bereshit, that Sefer Pasul.
Right. So here's my point. And this is a very deep thing, what I'm about to say. So we have the Jewish nation, which is around the text, and when you're around the text, there cannot be equality. There's Talmidei Chachamim, there's Surbat D'Rabbanan, there's Golem, there's Am Haaretz, there's Bur, there's Hacham Gadol. There is no equality. Who you are is determined by your relationship to the text. Complete different than graffiti. But here's my chidush. And you're going to know what I'm talking about. Why in the Rav Kook ideology that's prevalent in Israel is it so important that anybody can get up and give a Dvar Torah in the Knis?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Right. Think about some situations that you and I may have discussed in certain synagogues where, they'll have a list of people speaking,
right.
and it'll be a Talmidei Chachamim with Burim, with less than Burim.
I know.
Why is that? It is an attempt to take the Torah, which is a text, and say, no, it's not a text. It's graffiti. It doesn't matter.
But I don't think that...
Right, no. But this is part of the Rav Kook ideology. It doesn't matter who you are. We're all equal. Mm-hmm. It's graffiti. What's chashuv is the graffiti. And you can read the graffiti, I can read the graffiti, anybody can read the graffiti. So it's very important to say Talmid Chacham is not a Talmid Chacham. Evanta, you understand.
In my balance of ideas.
Yeah. You don't give them that much credit. But I know.
Not that don't give them that. They don't enter the picture.
Right. But you understand this. I've noticed this a lot in that particular circle.
It did not enter into. I don't take it even as a factor.
I think these are subliminal things that take place.
Yeah, but for me, it's like you tell me about people on Mars.
No, I know. You're saying that they don't have the intellect. I agree with you that they don't have the intellectual...
Not only this, they're not part of the picture.
Evanti. But this is what it's about. Why was it so important that when the Chayalim came to take, let's say, a particular yeshiva, I'm not going to say which one, out of Gaza, and they came to evacuate them, why was it so important for the Chayalim, for the Bnei Yeshiva to welcome the Chayalim who were coming to kick them out? And by the way, I'm nothing against the Chayalim, Chas v'shalom, Chazak, they're under orders, and I don't think that 99.999% of the Chayalim who did it would not want to do it. I'm not coming to favor them, against them, for them. That's politics. I'm looking at the ideology. Why was it so important to sing to them, welcoming the Chayalim to the synagogue, and then to dance with them? They had this whole dance. They were dancing with the Chayalim. So this is part of the graffiti. The text doesn't matter.
I mean, it's just like to say to me, you don't come to swimming for minyan.
Right. So once we can be misbasel with the Chayalim, all of us together, we've created the ultimate crowd.
You're talking to me about why the religion of the Buddhists.
In any event, I very much enjoyed studying the Golden Doves. It was very nice.
A little bit about it.
No, so I think it really explains things. What's good about the Golden Doves is it actually can be used as a tool to decode and understand things. That's why I like it. And me and the boys.
Did you read any of my other books now?
I read the other books, but right now I'm studying Golden Doves with Joey and with Ike. So I'm enjoying it because it's giving me a new perspective, a fresh perspective on certain things that I've been thinking about over the last decade or so. Because it's been a while since I've studied it.
If you find Kushiot, also, Be'ezrat Hashem, I want to make if I have to make another edition.
An edition. Okay, so I don't know if I hope I've been getting you in the recording. I don't know because I can't see. Okay, well, it is what it is. Okay, so good night.